you said it too, like where you grew up and how you learned the people you were around, like being in college, learning around people as well. But like, yo, this primes you on how to deal with people. He said himself, I teach you how to move through a room full of vultures.
Yes.
He said that. Like,
yes.
he's what he's saying, he's doing it, and we're seeing it. It's more publicized now. He said, yo, I could have got the Nets to Brooklyn for free, but I got paid millions for it. You dweeb? Like, I got paid for it.
And the reality is, no matter how pro-black you try to be,
it's never enough.
Pro-black people, fuck you.
It's never enough.
You gotta see those.
Yeah, if he was with Dame, and they can bash me for this. If he was with Dame, they would have been like, nah, let's just fucking create our own team, and y'all would have got fucking. Maybe you would have succeeded. Maybe.
I mean, you could create your own leagues in like other countries.
Yeah,
but then you would have got crushed.
Just a lot of seed money.
Yeah.
A lot of seed money, and on top of that, they probably would have been banned from the Barclays now.
A lot of people try to create their own leagues.
40 Club is in the Barclays Center, for God's sakes. Come on.
A lot of people try to create their own leagues, okay? Vince McMahon, who owns WWE, tried to create his own football league.
Yeah.
That's how he went broke.
The XFL, right?
The XFL,
yeah.
It was great. That's how he lost man his money the first time.
Yeah.
So it's not as easy as people think it is.
It's not easy to have an international league too.
Exactly.
China's coming up. Even Africa has a basketball league too.
Exactly.
Wow.
Imagine if they had a
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, their basketball league is moving because you got Mutombo. He's like the
ambassador. He's an ambassador for African operations.
Yeah,
really?
Like it's really rolling, and they're producing talent.
Okay, so I got
you gotta put me up on Dame with these movements, man. You really think international, right?
No, Africans and me. I'm not.
Now look, I'm a fanatic, man. Now look, imagine if you if you do an NFL in Africa. Now their league is springing off in Egypt, out of all places.
Why Egypt?
I don't know, man, because.
And they don't even consider themselves African.
Because maybe most of the NFL people go out there and look at the pyramids. Maybe
so the money's there. It's more stable there.
Maybe their tourism is high because of the pyramids. So I'm just thinking
it's stable there. It's stable there.
Less risk of. It's close to Israel. I don't really know, man.
And it's close to Europe.
Yeah.
Right up across.
But most NFL players are from like West Africa,
South Africa, East Africa.
Yeah.
The tall ones are from East Africa.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of West African players. So
it's
a
like.
lot. But to have a league though,
dude, that's a lot of money. A lot of you need a lot of financiers.
It's just soccer trumps football, like American football.
Oh,
so
all the world.
I get it. No one wants to catch. How you say? No one wants to catch professionals.
Oh no, come on.
But it's a niche.
What? It can be done.
It's a niche.
It can be done. It's just a finance.
I just love hitting people. That's why I love football.
I like it's the testosterone. It's the testosterone. We still got it. We still got enough of it left.
Yeah, but like I said, these things can be done, bro. It's just like we just have to think outside the fucking box.
Yeah, outside the box, man. And be able to move throughout different demographics. That's why I said people like whenever like I have friends that I haven't seen in ages, and there's a lot of friends I've seen very recently. Mm-hmm. But one thing I like about I guess myself is that I'm able to meander and go through each different fate. I can go through a white neighborhood, I can go to a black neighborhood, Asian, whatever, and I gel. I gel in. I think because of that, people trust you more. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like I refuse to remain stagnant in how I'm perceived.
And you have to study other cultures. You got to study their wins.
Mm-hmm.
I may not like. Earlier on, I was very multicultural. I was around a lot of white people, but then, I couldn't just take their ignorance. But then I still listen to the music. I still have like my best white artists. I still look at the mob as like a case study. I still, I listen to the Joe Rogans.
Oh, I listen to every single one, right? Since he first started on this couch.
I listen to the Joe Rogans because
Joey Diaz
this is just like truth that everyone needs.
We need that. We need that. I actually from Joe Rogan's podcast. My mentor. I never had a role model before ever. Mm-hmm. I didn't have a role model until I was 27, and for me that's a lot. I don't know for most people, but most people have a role model when they get younger, but not me. My role model came from watching and listening to Joe Rogan's podcast. Dr. Rhonda Patrick.
Dr. Rhonda Patrick.
Yeah, Dr. Rhonda Patrick. She's a doctor. She's a researcher, and she studies. She has a degree in biomedical science and she's all about nutrition, anti-aging, all this stuff. And I'm in health educator by trade.
Her name just sounds familiar.
Dr. Rhonda Patrick. She's the one always talking about fasting and saunas.
Wow.
And
How many times he had it on?
Oh, at least 5 times.
I think I started listening to Joe Rogan just
What
a
number?
year ago.
Oh, then you,
And
so
I'm
you
trying to
came
see
in
who the
hundreds,
first person
thousands.
I was listening to.
Joey Diaz?
First, Joey Diaz was like second.
Eddie Bravo?
I'm trying to see who really caught my attention. It wasn't Degrassi.
Was it
someone?
Was it
on
Duncan
there.
Trussell?
Nah, it must have been a comedian though.
It was a comedian?
It probably was a comedian.
Black or white?
I know Chappelle. No, Ashley Larry was on there. Chappelle wasn't on there.
Was it
Jamie Foxx was on there.
Okay, was it?
I was listening to it, but before that, someone just caught my eye. It was
It's
not
a
Joe
comedian.
Rogan himself. Joe Rogan had this he had this like not testimonial, but he had this like not a rant, but he went viral on World Star Hip Hop.
About being a failure and doing the
Yeah.
Duncan Trussell.
And maybe that's the first thing I gravitated to.
Duncan Trussell.
Yeah.
Duncan Trussell. He's a comedian. Duncan Trussell.
That's
long
probably
hair,
the first thing I gravitated to.
always smoking, getting high with him, always talking about stars and space and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Duncan Trussell could be that person.
And like everything Joe Rogan was saying.
Or Bill Burr.
Yeah, Bill Burr was very funny. Yeah, Bill
Yeah.
Burr was like one of the early comedians.
Damn.
Everything they were just saying, I could relate to.
Yes. You know why? Because he was a stiff when he was younger. He said, I don't really smoke weed and drink. I was like, fuck this. But it wasn't until I got older I realized, yo, what? I was brainwashed.
Yeah.
But we're learning it not from early age, so we're hitting that learning curve even faster. So I love, like I said,
I
constantly reading.
don't like how they designed that sink.
I like reading.
I don't like the glass sink.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's tacky. I don't like it.
You see like this shit.
Everything going on in there.
Yeah,
it's like
and
some
it's just-
stuff with it.
And
I
it's
don't know, what is
just, it makes the place look dirty.
that? Like some
man.
jizz or something. I don't know.
It's
what
like-
that
it's
is.
All the dildo and everything, all the like the calcium and shit.
Who thought of that?
I think it's coming from I don't know.
Who
Man.
thought of
Probably
that?
hard
A
water.
glass
But
sink?
the upkeep in this building is like they have to pay the people. They only can afford to pay like one person
That's
who can do the serious jobs, but they can't pay
Disgusting.
people. They rely on the tenants to pay the house cleaning.
They don't.
They don't because it's
Bro,
like they're losing money.
You have to clean that sink every fucking night. Every night you gotta use Windex, bro.
Like, imagine a shorty too with her makeup.
Like I mean, look, like we're
treat her
we're
out,
here.
fucking killed her, bro.
You know, not saying that we're not professionals or anything, but you know, this place is kind of like open enough for us to come in here, and we have the freedom. You know,
Got you, yeah.
but like on the other end, it's like that freedom comes with a cost.
It's definitely a hefty price, man. It's a price.
Definitely.
But like anything in life, you know,
Yeah,
it's a kind of more of a risk if we wait it out.
Whoever these guys are, I know their names. I only know the manager, the Jewish guy,
Yeah.
but they're kind of cool. They're like on some cool shit.
They're cool, but they don't have no eye.
Yeah, and
I like this. This is the best part of the apartment.
If they were
The outside.
strict,
Mhm.
you probably wouldn't be in. You probably wouldn't be in here.
dude, and on top of that, you know how much money they expect.
I'm trying to rent this place. Shit.
Dude, I'm trying to. If you do, I'm like what I'm gonna do. I had a friend of
I'm not even rent. This
The
could be like
Russian girl.
some commercial space for like realtors. Who knows? It could be something.
like
I'll make this an office.
if we can just keep it,
This
just
would be
to
like my
keep
little
it.
startup office, you know.
Yeah.
Cause these are like one of the apartments that Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan
You think we
Belfort.
could offer them like? Because it's better than making nothing, right? If you could offer them like $1,000.
Dude, if we
make it an office, yeah.
if we can put in like like $400, $500 of all of us,
Yeah.
and give it to them a month. Listen, we're gonna keep it in a pristine shape. We're gonna keep it as is. We're gonna use it for like little stuff like this. We'll be able to pay $15 a month, and
Come in and do our research. And
yeah, we're not gonna.
Yeah.
We'll be in pristine shape, but you got some money flowing in, and it helps even be able to sell it, get it off the market for you too. Like we're paying you, and we're trying to help you get off the market.
And plus, you can use it for like, you pulling all nighters and you just have a place to fucking crash or something.
Yeah,
like
true.
Yeah.
True.
I would do that.
True.
That is a good idea.
I'm like, your initial suggestion goes to hookers. I'm all for that.
Cause that's what they're doing, like places
That's
like
true.
WeWork and all them places.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't really sleep. You can't sleep in WeWork. That's why they say that WeWork is a ripoff. Yeah. Like, you can sleep in the office.
This, if it came up to the three of us and trying to get this place to rent for like $2,200, $2,500, then it would just take some like serious like work on our part.
A lot.
I gotta write it off on the LLC though. So
Like, the thing is, like, I don't know who I would tell $2,500 for this. Like, if I can spend it for like
that's more than the average mortgage. I'm not sure what the average mortgage is.
the national average mortgage, not about city, New York City or the national.
The national.
National average mortgage, yeah, the national. Then
Maybe
yeah,
like
that's
$13,
like
$14, $15, $17.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but $25 for it's a beautiful piece of space, man. But like, if you're really trying to be a good person at heart, I wouldn't tell somebody to get you $25. That's just me. I would say, listen, if you can, give them 3 months up front or 4 months up front if you can. See if you can knock off $200-300 a month for you.
But it's exactly, it's better than the place not selling at all.
Exactly. You get something. So
you gotta remember, so New York City kind of put like a holding on landlords with the fucking rental laws. They can't accept a lot of landlords are even afraid to accept like upfront money now.
no, my mom did
it.
My mom just took
just now.
What?
She took a big risk though.
Yo, the lady is 3 people.
She took a big risk because if they report her about it, it's a big thing now.
One of them makes $80,000. That has $60,000 in cash in her statement. I look at the financial report of this lady, and she's freaking. She put down I think $24,000.
Really?
Cash.
Wow. Out of state? I mean, out of the country?
No,
like European or something?
No, she's black. She's
really?
She's in the hospital. She's a director.
That's what they're doing. Like, that's how the city makes a lot of money. A lot of them people out of the country, they just come and they just drop money down in their pocket. I just want it. And they just give it to them.
That's his big ass freaking stuff. Realtor making money like Seahawks and stuff like that because
that's why there's no freaking MLS in the city.
What? It'll be
real. You don't know what's hitting the city that you can get.
And mom and that shit all locked down. There'll be nobody to eat, bro.
There's places in the city that's cheaper than Brooklyn right now.
Yeah,
way cheaper.
LES.
Look.
LES.
You know how the Joe Rogan podcast and like Breakfast Club, they talk about their sponsors while they're on air.
But they do it at the beginning.
I feel like we just did that.
We're talking a lot. Joe Rogan, Herbs.
We're talking about our sponsors.
For real.
But yo, bro, when you edit this, this is a nice little niche, man. We can make this like
why
a
can't this be
shit.
$2,500 a month?
Seriously. And yo, Joe Rogan makes over $70,000 a month from him.
Wow.
Really?
What? He has the company owns, which is Onnit.com. Well, he co-owns that Onnit.com. Onnit supplements. Then he has Squarespace, what we use for our website. Wow. He has Underwear Company. He has Audible. He has so many big companies like sponsoring him. So it's like, dude, like.
But like, and as far as like real estate goes, and no one really as far as real estate goes, they only like brokers like to just talk about making money, or like people who do wholesale, they just like to talk about money. They don't talk about the failures and the shit that's actually going on, like the gossip shit.
That's what gets me.
Yeah.
That's what
all
gets
glory,
me.
No guts.
That's what gets me kind of livid.
That's the stuff we gotta talk about.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm serious.
That's what kind of gets me livid with them. They don't talk about the fact that some Saturday mornings I gotta drive all the way to freaking Long Island, Hempstead, Long Island, to talk to a potential buyer or someone that's selling. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that. I'm not going there with the mentality of, I gotta get the listing. I gotta go there, it's like, okay, I gotta really connect with these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you go there, I gotta get this listing. Bro, you're not gonna get it.
Dude,
and they sense it. People sense it on you.
We had $100,000 property we were looking at in New Jersey, 8 bedrooms. 8 bedroom corner lot, 8 bedroom property, looked like a freaking castle, I think in New York, New Jersey.
No, was that Newburgh?
No. The one 8 bedrooms in the corner that we were looking at in Herbs by the window, we're like, yo, this.
Yes. I think it was Irvington, New Jersey or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, Irvington, yeah.
Dude, people like a mini castle.
Yeah.
A week later, we were like hesitant on it, and a week later, it was gone.
Wow.
It was gone.
Just like
gone.
that.
It was gone.
Picture this. We went to one we went to like some Victorian mansion. Looked like it used to be a doctor's office in Newburgh.
Yes.
Trashed.
The backyard.
I'm talking about when you come in, you see garbage everywhere.
I think they wanted 190 for it.
Yeah, you see garbage everywhere, just mad, just
3 floors.
Like, I felt like a hobo's gonna pop out. You know what I'm saying?
The lady was like, yeah, she said, I got, you know, if you
We
guys...
have to break into the shit though.
Literally have to see, I mean, but you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Trying to get in and out, stuff like that.
And I'm just, I went in there, and that's like the first thing we looked at. I'm like, damn, I feel fucking defeated. How the fuck we gonna get all this garbage out? Shit.
You see?
I didn't even look at the potential of it.
But if you're looking, you know other people are looking too.
And that's why I asked, we decided another arm or extension of our services is also to provide service to people who are trying to invest in real estate and starting out. Because we know how hard it was for us to really start out into this business. We paid a shitload of money. We got some documents, which we had some documents. But for the most part, we learned on our own. Right? And that's why it was
that's the thing. No one taught us anything. We didn't have the mentor that we thought we had that was going to teach us step by step.
And it wasn't until
everything we learned is what we learned as we went. A learning process, and him becoming getting licensed as a real estate agent helped. I brought more to the table. Like, no, we got to do it this way. And
So one of the ways I tell people to capitalize too, if you're trying to get into real estate investing, the only thing about actually like investing in property. Try providing a service to people who are trying to invest, because I don't know if people remember the gold rush in 1920s, 40 something, the 49ers. Yeah, so in the 30s to 50s or 40s, whatever it may be, I could be wrong, or maybe it's 1800s.
I could be in the 1830s,
1840s. Sorry,
Cowboys. Yeah.
But people don't know. The people who made the most money were the people who saw that they had the miners, the gold miners going to the West Coast. So what they did, they knew there was a trail that people should take, the Oregon Trail. They should take it all the way down from East Coast of America to the West Coast. So what they did was that business owners started setting up shops along that route. They set shops along the route. They set up shops outside of these gold mining areas. They set up shops. They made the most money.
Yeah, because they set up the cattle. You know what I'm thinking about? City Slickers. There was an old movie with Billy Crystal and City Slickers when they had to go all the way out to the west to go get the gold that they thought they had buried. And the cattle ranch made a whole business of it.
And they set up hotels.
They set up hotels, ranches, and all that. Yes. They had cowboys. Yeah, they had cowboys.
My father got rich.
Yeah.
He set up brothels and hotels for the workers.
And
it just became a trend, and the hotel industry started to
boom from that, right? But that just goes to show you that you don't have to be in it, but you can be around it.
Service
money.
You got service.
Provide service, especially when people are hankering down and trying to find ways to make money now, and real estate seems to be the fastest way, which it's not. It takes time. It takes time. But the fact people come in blind like we did, capitalize on helping people out.
Like, do you know the history of Las Vegas? Like, really, like, know the history of it? The gangster Bugsy Siegel went out to LA to further he worked with Lucky Luciano and Meyer Lansky and
the bootlegging.
Yeah, the bootlegging. Okay. So that's why he went out to LA, and then he went to a small strip in Las Vegas, basically Nevada. And then he saw that, hold up. He went to a small bar, and it was like, hold up. You mean to tell me in this little area right here, prostitution is legal? The light bulb went on there. He's like, hold up. So you mean to tell me I can make money off of liquor? I can make money off of liquor, prostitution, and gambling, and it's all legal. So that's what gave him the idea for Las Vegas. So they opened up. The first one was Flamingo.
Yeah, Flamingo is one of the first.
That's how he got killed. That's why the commission killed him, because he was dropping so much money into the Flamingo, and they didn't think it was gonna work. Before he got killed, he told them like, "Yo, listen, y'all gonna make fucking money."
He comes from a place where it wasn't legal, but with the money, he paid off people.
Yeah.
No, but that shit was legal.
But now it was legal. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Cause you come from New York, where you know what I'm saying, like prohibition, prohibition and all that. So it's like you go to Las Vegas and you see that little space, and there's nothing. It's just sand. I'm talking about when it was just sand. Because remember, when you go to Las Vegas is just like a circle surrounded by desert. Because it's just that one area.
1970s Soho and NoHo was nothing.
Nothing there.
Nothing.
Nothingness.
Drugs.
Nothing.
Tribeca, drugs. Lower East Side,
And that's why I told you. That's how Robert De Niro has Tribeca. Cause he was in Tribeca when Tribeca was nothing. That's when he was a struggling actor.
70s, 80s.
Yeah, he was a struggling actor living in one of the buildings.
And once you had your Basquiat's, Keith Haring's, and you
Exactly,
before them, you had Warhol, their influence changed the whole place.
Mm-hmm.
Their influence changed the whole place.
Robert De Niro brought the arts, and so all the actors all the struggling actors moved to Tribeca.
And the industry is just,
and they just kept there and just started building it up. They started making money, so like, why not? Let me make a big loss.
to have now.
Yeah, so it takes some influencers like to get at these places, these towns, on the outskirts of Bed-Stuy, Williamsburg, East New York,
Ridgewood,
Canarsie, even Howard Beach, and even Howard Beach is bordering. I guess Howard Beach is in Queens, but it's bordering Canarsie.
Howard Beach?
Yeah.
It started.
It's Canarsie and then Howard Beach, right?
No, Canarsie started, and then you go in towards.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I thought Howard Beach was.
Howard Beach is further up the Belt Parkway, especially further in.
It's fucking deep.
But these are the next places to be gentrified, because it's not hard to get into the city from these places. It's not hard to get into.
Like you said, it's like you say, you just create the influence. It's like you say, you just gotta create the influence. You have to create the influence.
Yeah, being a catalyst.
So to that one person, and then obviously they just build it up.
Yeah, shit.